Alright, folks, so I'm here with the closed beta of Unity Muse, and if you don't know what this is, Muse is basically Unity's chat GPT. So you can ask it anything, and it will answer your questions. So here are some suggested questions that we can ask. So, for example, we can ask, how do I make a simple inventory system? So, it's musing. Okay. And, yeah, this is what, Unity Muse looks like. And there's going to be your chat history here. It's coming soon. To create a simple inventory system in Unity, you can follow these steps. Create a scriptable object for inventory items. Okay, seems like a legit explanation. Let's ask simpler questions like, let me ask, how can I have a public read-only variable that I can also change its value in the inspector? To create a public read-only variable that you can change in the inspector, you can use the serialized field attribute on a private field. This allows you to modify the value in the inspector while keeping it read-only in your code. Yeah, so we have the read-only value, and it is public, so we can access it from other classes. But it's read-only, but then we can set its value from the inspector. Let's test this out real quick. So I'm gonna copy this and go back to here. I have a test project here, so let's save this, and here we have the read-only variable that we can set value to it, and it's read-only, and we can access this from other scripts. So yeah, I'd say this answer was good, so I'm going to like that. Okay, it asks for feedback. I like that answer. All right, so let's ask, how can I that prefab? I probably could have phrased that question better. It's kind of vague, but oh, okay. So it's giving me a code, and it's actually a pretty good answer to use the runtime initialize unload method. Okay, so I'm going to copy this code, and let's go here and let's create a new file. Paste this code, prefab spawner. Let's copy that and .cs. So let's save that and let's see how that works. So I'm gonna turn this into a prefab. So let's create a new folder called resources, and here I'm going to make this game manager a prefab. I'm going to delete it from the scene, and let's go back to the code and let's set the path to our prefab. So game manager is the name of our prefab. Okay, so we have an error. So let's copy this code, this error. Okay, let's see how that responds to the error. Okay, the error message you're encountering is telling you that you're trying to assign an object of type Unity engine.object to a variable of type game object. So to resolve this issue, you can cast the object to a game object explicitly using as operator. So here we have this code. So it seems as though it does not remember the previous question so that it can fix this code. But it is giving me an accurate response. So if I can just copy this and paste it here, it should fix this error. Okay, so the error is gone. Okay, so as you can see, I don't have any scripts in the scene. But if we run the game right now, you can see that we have a game manager prefab instantiated into the scene. So the code is working. All right, so I'm going to ask it to make this code a singleton. So let me copy this code and say make this class a singleton. I'm just gonna paste it there. Let's see. To make the game management class a singleton, you can follow these steps. I kind of don't like how it resists to me scrolling up as it's typing. Okay, so we can make a public static property called instance, and I like that it made it read only so that the set accessor is private, and then we set it here and we check if there is already an instance, and if there is, we destroy this instance. So I like that. Let me copy this code and paste it here. So the code compiled with no errors, and as you can see now, it puts it on don't destroy unload because we are using singleton design pattern. So I would say the code that Unity Muse generates is actually good quality code. It's doing some things that are really good practices in programming. All right, what else should I ask this? Okay. And I like that its responses are very short. There's not like, when you use ChatGPT, it gives you like a lot of explanation, a lot of unnecessary explanation. I like that this one is just giving very short description of what the code does and not like too much bluttered explanation there. Okay. Let's see if it remembers the previous response. So if I say add a function to the utils class, I apologize if my previous response was not helpful. No, don't apologize. Your previous response was just good. was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'm pretty sure this is not the kind of feedback Unity wants from me, but yeah, I don't have anything else to say. It was pretty good. Okay, so it's okay. Is render visible? So if they're null, it returns false, and then we have the frustum planes, and it tests those planes. Okay, so what if the render is behind another object and is not visible? I appreciate your understanding. What? To check if a renderer is not only within the camera's frustum but also not occluded by other objects, you can use a raycast. Here's an updated version of that function. So now it checks if it's within the camera's frustum, and if it's not, it returns false. But if it is, then it does a raycast. So yeah, that's a really good implementation, I would say. So there are times where you can use Unity Muse to ask for solutions, and you can also use it. If you're lazy and you don't want to write the code yourself, you can just tell it to write the code. So, for example, I'm going to ask it to write me a code that makes a variable persistent using the player preferences. So what? Oh, okay. I may have some connectivity issues. Yeah, let's try that again. Okay, so I can make some suggestions. I can say like as you can see, at first it implemented it like this, but I didn't like it, and I just explicitly told it what to do, and it wrote the code for me. And whenever you want to like talk about like something completely different, you can just clear chat and start over. And another cool thing about this is that you can choose your editor version, so that it answers based on that version. So right now we're using 2022.3, but you can also choose like 2021 or the latest 2023. And you can also ask like general questions. So I can ask it to explain the finite state machine pattern. And whenever it gives you answers, just like ChatGPT, it also gives you like the resource for that answer. So you can click on these links and go to the documentation about that topic and read more. And I like it that it's in the browser, so you can have it open in your browser, and you can have your IDE here, and you can have Unity running as usual. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you using chat GPTs to write code, and what do you think about Unity's chat GPT, Muse? And yeah, I'll see you in another video.